What's up, everybody? My name is Jason, and welcome to Small Biz. In today's video, I'm going to tell you why I sold another 10% of MCOM and MULN for tax purposes. What are two new stocks that we bought today, one of which is all over the map, and what happened yesterday with respect to the conversation I had with the CEO of my largest position. All of that and more coming right out. All right, ladies and gentlemen, happy Tuesday to you. It is a rainy, gloomy, tiring, sore throat kind of day here in Atlanta. I normally get sick about once a year, and it's typically between Thanksgiving and Christmas where I let my body come down off the ledge and recuperate. So I'm sitting here, my throat's on fire. I don't feel the best, but I want to give you 10 or 15 minutes, as I promised I would, and then let you enjoy the balance of the week with your family. Some of you are on the road tomorrow. The market is open, but it's going to be dead as a doornail. Half a day on Friday. So let me start off by saying, first of all, thank you very much. We are now over 400 members inside the Discord, which means the Ask Jason channel officially opens on Monday. Some of you threw a few names at me. We can wait until Monday. If not, pull the trigger. But I'm done analyzing stock for the balance of this week. I am burned out like many of you. We just had to toss out a gentleman, and to his credit, he wrote me an apology email. I had to refund $600. Again, as I said in a previous video or two, there is a money back guarantee. 60 days, no risk. You don't like me, I don't fucking like you. You're out. You can throw me out, and I'll give all your money back. But it hurts to give $600 away. But I don't want someone's money if they're not going to treat me or you with respect. And again, he did apologize. I took it as being sincere. But no, he's not coming back into the Discord. And neither are about 20 others that have either fired me in the last 2 months or I've had to throw out the door. It's very simple. Load a photo, watch the welcome video that we email to you right at the start. It's also sitting there on the verification page, and treat one another with respect. And before I go through briefly Mcom Mullen, what my intentions of the last 40% are, let me start off by saying two things. I will no longer engage the haters. There'll be some on the wall today. I will force it out of them. We have a harem of freeloaders. Snowflakes, beta males, dickless cucks, that's a C-U-C-K-S, hiding behind a fake name, who would never have the balls to put their mug or reputation on the line and get in front of a camera. I've made the mistake over the years of engaging some of them, one of which was last night. It was a doozy. But just like I promised, I'm done saying fuck Joe Biden. Did he really say cuck? Yeah, look it up. Fuck Joe Biden, and I haven't, nor will I say it again on social media. Worst president in history, but I'm not going to dedicate my energy to that. I'm not going to engage the haters. So if you want to give me a thumbs down and drop one more pile of dung, I invite that. It'll be the last time you're seen on the page, and it'll be the last time I even talk about this. So I expect members of the community to hold me to it. You see me, I saw it go down to 25 and back to 28. You know, if you see me engage a hater, call me out on it. But it's like anytime we have a stock, as I'm looking at two that we just bought right now, one of which has been all over the map, right? We started buying at 29. They flushed the stops the day before a fucking holiday down to 25 and change. It jumps to 28, back to 26. Now it's fucking 28 again, which is where I own it. Some of you need to settle down. It's like anytime something goes down 5 or 10%, you think the Pope died. You're so fucking used to making money, you can't handle a 5 or 10% drawdown. Might I remind everybody that's in the fucking Discord, and those of you that are watching me, a grand total of 1,000, if that, we've racked up 10 winners in the last 3 weeks for 303%. In and out, average gain of 30%. We're talking next level stuff. How much do I get paid for that kind of performance? $50 a month. If I was a broker, your financial advisor, running a hedge fund, I can fucking guarantee I'd be getting paid a hell of a lot more than $50 a month. So in addition to not engaging with the haters anymore, and I'm not even going to talk about it again, let me say this. We're done with limits. I'm not so certain we don't belong with 50 to 100 inside of the Discord. But if 80% are not going to log in and they've got their unlubricated thumb up their ass as we're racking up one winner after another and stacking fucking cash to the ceiling, there's no reason why we can't have 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 people in there. So I'm done with limits. We're going to go as high or as fucking low as the good Lord wants us to. But I will honor what I've said multiple times. If we get to 500, we're now at 403 by the end of this year, and we're tracking to hit it by the 20th of December. I will keep the price at $50 a month to the end of 2025. Right now, it's until June of 25. So if you have a small business or you want to make money in the stock market or both, go to trysmallbiz.com, get a premium membership. If you do not have a small biz, that's fine. Get a Discord. That was a burp. We don't edit around here, so if you're new, welcome. And once again, it's at trysmallbiz.com. Thank you very much for your support. It'll be the best $50 a month you ever invest. All right, Jason, why'd you sell another 10% of Mullen and Mcom? My goal is very simple. It's twofold. Offset all of my capital gains. When you rack up, 58 and 5 since April, 200 officially winners in the last 18 months, all of which I either shared on fucking Twitter or inside the Discord with the photo. Do you know how many times I've nearly driven off the road or hit somebody from behind, taken a photo, fucking writing out a tweet at a stop sign, hitting sell or buy on my fucking E-Trade app, and then doing it all simultaneously inside of the Discord in less than 10 seconds. And because I tag at everyone, you're literally getting in and out with me in real fucking time. You can't miss. The only reason you miss 10 wins for 303% is either because you're a freeloading motherfucker sitting there with your unlubricated thumb up your ass, or you're inside the Discord doing the same minus the $50 a month that you're paying us. My goodness gracious. You can't get this kind of performance anywhere. This is next level shit. This is top 1%. This is not my ego. It's the fucking facts. I get frustrated, not because people are not giving me a pat on the back. It's like when we tag people and 80% plus don't even log in, how the fuck do I know if you're getting the trade or not? But that's the last thing before I briefly talk about Mullen these stocks in a conversation we had with the CEO yesterday, is I need to let go of the fact that most people are just not going to respond. They may or may not be getting the trades. They may or may not have made 300% on their money. Annualize that in less than fucking 3 weeks. It's huge. We made 25, 30 years of returns in less than a month. We're going to do this for another 10 years until I retire in 2035, 12 years actually, when I think the secular bull market, the third biggest of its kind, is going to end. And I'm not the only one that's done work on that. Do you know how much fucking money you could make on it? Even if I jack up the rates in June of 25 to $100 a month, it'll be fucking 50 to 100 or even 1,000 to 1 ROI. I highly encourage those of you that are not on board with what we're trying to do, give me a thumbs down. Give me one more fuck you in the comments, and then unfollow, get on with your life. Because it's going to sound like, as I've been saying, that I'm just talking to people inside of the Discord. I'm not on YouTube to attract new buyers, new clients. They'll find me one way or another, and we're getting a lot of referrals. Thank you very much from those that are on the inside. But I will say this. Perhaps the biggest reason why most of you are broke, you don't have a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out, is because you always have your hand out. It's gimme, gimme, gimme. Oh, why are you always talking about your Discord? You know, I just want to hear what's going on with Mullen. That's why I came here. Maybe that's why you're broke. The top 1% understand you got to spend money to make money. You get what you pay for. There's no such thing as a free fucking lunch in this world. And if you're going to give a guy like myself $50 a month and he's still going to show up rain, snow, sleet, or shine with a fucking slight fever and a sore throat because it's the right thing to do, and it's less than $2 a day to get fucking 303% on your money in less than a month, give me a fucking break. Mullen and Mcom are the gift that keeps on giving. I will not send the government a fucking dime this year. I'm going to avoid over $100,000 of capital gains taxes, and that makes me very happy. I sincerely wish those of you that are carrying heavy bags that don't want to let go, even though I could have helped you dig your way some, most, or all out of the fucking ditch. If you would have just sold Mullen like some of these people in the Discord did, 10%, 20%, and put it into the 10 stocks that I bought and sold for our folks inside of the last month, you could have been out of the ditch. You could have fucking eliminated most, if not all, your loss. But if that's not what you're all about, seriously, and I mean this sincerely, if there was a way I could take 77,000 subscribers down to 700, I'd do it in a heartbeat. They pay me $500 a month. It's a joke. The money to be made on YouTube was years ago. I just want people who get it. And they're willing to invest $50 a month to get an insane return on their investment. Everybody else, I wish you the best. For the love of God Almighty, get on with your life. I'll dump the other 40% into the rally. I don't see myself selling anymore before the end of the year because I'm good right now with my tax situation. And I absolutely love the two stocks that we bought. Absolutely love. One at 14 cents. Let's call it food and beverage. Major pump to 45 yesterday. We bought the gap fill. And then we got another one. And yeah, I saw him flush the stops to 25 and change. It's 27 and a half. I bought some down there. My average is 2769. Call it 28. Stop freaking out. Stop acting like the Pope died every time a stock goes down 5 or 10% after I recommend it. You can't get into stocks like we do that are down from $30 and nail the bottom in terms of the setup and or the breakout and pullback within a penny or two. Do you know what the odds on that are? Millions, 10 million to 1, that you can wait all the way down from 30, watch the stock bottom at 20, shoot to 40, buy the pullback at 28, millions to 1. All right. In closing, most of you can leave now. Let me just say, based on the conversation yesterday with the CEO of our biggest holding, and if you're in the Discord, you know what I'm talking about. We're taking a risk here. This will be the last time I fucking do something like this if you guys don't treat it with the respect that it deserves. I made it clear, don't be telling me anything that's non-public. Don't be saying something that I can't repeat to those inside of the Discord or on a fucking video. But if this gets out of control or somebody gets blamed for saying this or that, and I'm going to do my best to keep, let's call it the details out of the equation. What happens in the Discord stays in the Discord. I'm being somewhat of an activist here because we got a stock down from 30, bottomed out this morning at 16 and change after pumping to 23 and a half yesterday and came all the way back. I don't know if it's dilution. They're telling me no today. I don't know if it's a naked short that covered and then fucking shorted the stock again. I don't know. But we've gone from 17 to 23 back to 17. And I bought it again this morning. My average is 2369. 2369. And I like where we stand. For example, this particular company came public a couple years ago, and let's say it was based on smart technology. 6 to 9 months ago, they ran into a delay. They have a partner in Switzerland that makes the product. It's called a film. They don't make the windows. It's a film that goes on the outside of the window. It's Green New Deal type stuff, lowers emissions, lowers your utility bills, etc. Because they had a problem or a delay with the product, they ran into financing difficulties with their banker. Somebody offered them, and this is a public record, a $100 million line of credit. But it's toxic financing, and the CEO does not want to draw down on it, unlike some other asshole that drove a stock to $0.015. So they do have access to money, but they don't want to draw down on it and hurt shareholder value because as of the warrant conversion from 2.5 or 3 months ago, they're now debt-free. So we have a company with about 15 million shares outstanding. At 18 cents, you're talking about a $2.5–3 million market cap. They do have the ability to add a few more $1 million of at the money or at the market offerings. So let's say they take it up to 25 million shares. You're talking about a $5 million market cap with no debt, down 99.9%, and it has revenue projections. And I'm going to tell you what I want to estimate. They're estimating $50 to $75 million next year. I say we cut that in half. If we can do $30 million on a $5 million market cap, 6x to the current fully diluted. That is insanely oversold. They are well aware of the fact that they need to enhance and preserve shareholder value. They are debt-free. They stumbled into the dredging business. I don't want to say the story because it's rather strange. By accident. And while they refuse to name, I've got a sore throat and it's killing me. Forgive me. Train wreck video, who cares? So we have $5 million market cap, could do $30 million, my number, not theirs, next year. 20% margins. But one of the critiques they always get is they don't name the clients. I'm going to name them for you right now. The reason that's the case is it depends on when it's released, what type of press release. Certain companies don't want to be named, and we had the same problem in the sales outsourcing business. I'm just going to use an example. Google and Microsoft do not want to be named in the same fucking press release. They're mortal enemies. They do not want to be talked about publicly at the same fucking time. But I've been given the green light to say, and all you got to do is know what the fiber business is about. Google, Gigafiber, Blue Edge, Bostic, Verizon, and one other company I'm not going to mention. But one of those 5 or 6 said to them the other day, we have 15 years worth of business. We got to dig these ditches all over the country. It's 5G, 8G, 10G. They're tearing this country apart, and they need to lay fiber, not just along the roads, but in all these new smart tech buildings that are going up, primarily in urban centers. So they went from a smart technology business, stumbled into, when they ran into financing trouble and along with a problem with their product, the dredging business, which could be, or which apparently is, they have 5 crews, a 20% margin business that could, in their words, 50 to 75 million. I say let's cut that in half to be safe. So you're talking about a sixth, if not less, of what the potential revenue run rate and even EBITDA is in terms of gross profit. It's way oversold, way undervalued at 17. The important point I want to make, in addition to the names that I just mentioned and the fact that one of them said they've got 15 years worth of business, it might not be outside of the question that this company would ask one of those 6 to become an investor. Not necessarily in the equity side of the business, but in terms of the financing side. For example, you tell us you've got 15 years worth of business. Give us a big purchase order. Give us a 20, 30 million, 10 million, $15 million order so we can go out to the street and say that we're forming an alliance with such and such company. This is going to be a 3 to 5 year project. They're investing, maybe announce the terms. It's not going to be an equity investment. It would be, a higher interest rate loan, if you will, maybe a note, but not an equity investment. Let me just conclude by saying this. Believe half of what you see and nothing about what you hear. CEOs are like politicians. They're always looking for money. Washington is about donations. These guys are about fucking dilution. I like to think I'm a pretty good judge of character. This particular person fell on the sword enough. They were honest enough about being this close to being bankrupt. And when I really drove home, you got to stop the fucking dilution. The reception I got was, I think we're going to do that. I said, well, what the fuck does that mean? You may see some news along that line by the end of the year or mid-January at the latest. So I'm being told today that this hammer down is not dilution. So someone's either blowing out of a big position, or most likely it's an institution that's jockeying around the stock. Yesterday, it was up 40% from the low, and then we gave it all back. That's not retail selling. That wasn't fucking retail out of the gate, smashing the stock down from 23. That's an institution, most likely in dark pool. Are they trying to destroy the stock or accumulate? He didn't know, she didn't know, and I don't know. All I can tell you is this is insanely oversold. It's down 99.9%. I believe the at-the-market offering is going to come to an end soon because they don't need the money like they did 6 months ago when they were on the brink of Chapter 11. But do not go over 10% per idea. Do not. You buy a half a position and then you add small in increments of 1 to 1.5%. This thing could easily go to a dime as much as it could go to a half a dollar. And until next time, always remember, I wonder if they'd ever spin off the film business, and I don't know. Always remember that I love you and thanks for watching.